Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And today we're gonna be messing around with a new graphics user interface. Actually, just a second ago I wanted to make a different intro, but hey ho. You beggars can be choosers. But look at this. I actually didn't even notice this before, so this is the first time I'm experiencing this change, unfortunately. Okay, this is a neat feature. What do we have here? Okay, what's this bar here? Ah, this is the time of the year. Week of the year? Something of the year? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's really fine. Really nice and neat. Let's see what we have here. Right, so the initial intro is supposed to be the central storages, and this is what we're going to talk about today. Manuel actually... It's not Manuel, it's everybody else but me who understands, well, probably a little bit better how this all works. So I'm going to just go for a rant a little bit and talk. Now, we built this central storage for oil and hydrocarbons. We are building it actually ever so slowly, but what I wanted to explain my understanding of the whole game and the system. So for me it was, I had a hard time in the beginning. I only now realize that I had a hard time realizing that this is not a city builder game, that this is a micromanagement, industrial management game where cities actually, in my head, and probably with a good reason, are taking less and less meaning and space more or less so than anything else. So where people live, it's a minor thing. Like, for example, in other city building games, city is almost everything. You know, in this game, city is almost nothing, and it's even shrinking in how important it is. So I'm getting a new realization of this game and different view of the game. I don't know, maybe you had the same problem previously. You guys probably understood this before I did, and you are way ahead in understanding how everything works here. So this is just me having that, not eureka moment, but like, wow, you're way late to the party. So, I wanted to share a couple of new findings that I think... Manuel shared something 5 days ago, and only realized it now because YouTube, and I went through some old comments and found some of them I didn't reply to. I'm really sorry. I try to do the best because I'm not getting notifications for everything. So, I do the best as I can. I think this new GUI is gonna be a problem at night because these edges are so lit. They're like a much lighter color, and at the dark they're kind of taking the center stage at the edge of the screen, so you can't really see properly and enjoy the night, so it's all overwhelming. This is a little bit a thing that I notice right now. I'm not really sure. Look, I haven't clicked on any of these buttons yet, but I love it. I love them. I wish it was a little bit darker though. Probably we have a scheme where you can deal with the GUI. Let's see if we have something here. General settings, graphics settings. Probably we have something, but general settings, GUI size, I don't think I want to do that. Oh, I do want to do that. I think this is more or less similar as before. Okay, GUI size, okay, we're gonna open window, open, whoa. What is this? Open window on the left? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I need to check what all these features are. I'm just gonna leave it for now like this, and we're gonna focus on that later. Right, let's talk about the realizations. For example, I think Manuel is right when he said you need to have your production area, you need to have central logistics area, like for food. So, okay, central logistics area, usually, like I was straight away, wow, why would I build logistics area in the center of the map? We can just build it next to the factory. But central logistics area doesn't mean it needs to be centrally located. So I would think that, for example, our central food production, which currently is in Galask, but obviously, not obviously, but potentially will be moved somewhere else, but we're never gonna close Galask food production area. So we're gonna end up with two different food production areas. So one would be old school Galask with a huge food production, and potentially if we're gonna build something new, it's probably gonna be bigger. Probably not always. You don't always have to build bigger later. You can build a smaller or better productivity or anything like that, but it doesn't have to be bigger. Well, we can go bigger. We can go bigger, and probably we will. Well, this is just saying. I'm not saying that we're gonna do it now. It's just what potentially we should do. So if we go for another food storage area, we can just use that as a central storage area, or we can just use Galask as a central storage area. Okay, what's the problem? We're already considering this central storage area. Well, not really, because it doesn't really have the capacity to be supplying people, maybe potentially with production, but definitely not with logistics. So central storage area doesn't have to be in the centrally located, but it's really good to have. So one perspective of how we can deal with this is to increase the capacity or logistical capacity of this area. Even potentially, if we build a big logistics area for food distribution here in Galask, we just gonna have to increase the rail capacity. But bear in mind that Galask is reaching the limit of food production, so whatever happens, we're gonna have to increase the capacity here. We already have a worker capacity limit that we're reaching here in Galask, you know, and maybe Central Committee is gonna have to intervene and make Galask a bigger city than it actually is. But anyway, I'm not gonna discuss that right now. We're gonna discuss that in the future. What probably should be done here, we can redirect all the crop production from Galask to a central silo, which we already have in place. So we can redirect it all to central silo. All the crops, of course, use some of them or as much as we need for meat production, and then just move the food production elsewhere. So crops, and we move food production elsewhere. Of course, we are lagging behind in the number of cities we have, because I really want to have dedicated cities for everything, even like, well, you know what? We do have capacity in the cities. We built Nisesburg and Murmansk all around the steel and iron industry, but they're kind of similar. So we can technically either expand this industrial capacity over here that we have with steel and iron industry to have food as well. We can have a single infrastructure to supply people with everything. Right. But Nisesburg is a coal mining city. Okay. This is maybe. Well, Nisesburg and Murmansk are coal, iron mining cities plus the steel production. Maybe if we calculate how many unemployed people we have, maybe we can supply them with more workers. Doesn't need to be, but we can always squeeze in industry, food industry somewhere around here. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter. We can always build food industry elsewhere. Like Hoptigrad definitely looks like a city that we needs a third industrial zone, or we can put the food production, I don't know, squeeze it in somewhere. No, but obviously the solution would be to have another city. Now, seeing the amount of space that these industries take, fields and all that stuff, I don't think this map is suitable to have everything built by ourselves. And to have everything built in a dedicated cities, because it might be a little bit too challenging to do so. So for example, if we're gonna build nuclear industries over here, and this is nuclear industries, where we're gonna put aluminium, where we're gonna put even car production, plane production, food production needs to be moved away from Galask, where we're gonna move it to. So it's a city after city after city that we're gonna have to develop, which is really not a problem. We are encroaching towards the episode number 200. Oh, look at the fuel issues there. We're gonna address that. We are approaching But yeah, we're approaching the episode number 200, and I still feel like playing this map, so let's march on. So we are approaching the episode 200. Maybe it's gonna be 200, the last one. Maybe tomorrow is gonna be the last. I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is not let's march on to 1000 episodes, but just let's march on. Right. So what would be solution to this? I don't know. Can we build I have a really good idea how big of the cities we need to have in order to supply some decent amount of workers. For example, Murmansk is a really good city. Unfortunately, it had a little bit of a downturn with food supply and stuff, but it's recovering fast. So let's say 8,000 people city that can supply, let's see here, we're gonna have it here, 4,000 workers. 4,000 workers for the city of this size. Even better, we can check this in a whale tier. 5,000 people. But even better is to check Galask out. Galask has a simple energy production plus the construction industry. Simple. Small one, but the food industries are at its limits. So we need a city of around 5,000 people that's going to be dedicated only for food production. This is something that I'm keen on building as soon as possible. So maybe not even 5,000, maybe 6,000-7,000, and then just dedicated to food production. It can be within a construction reach of the existing construction offices, for example, here on the hillside. And then we need to connect it to the railroad infrastructure and have all the grains delivered here and then food transported elsewhere. City, where would I build it? I don't know. This is just an idea. We don't have to discuss it now. We can create a little bit of a plateau here. We can even just create an existing area. Like here, looks like a nice plateau that we can base our city in. Building city the size of Galask of 6,000 people would be smaller than, let's say, Nisisburg. Over here, you can see Nisisburg is decently sized because it has a lot of big amenities and buildings like university, huge university, which we don't have to build. Like we can have second intercity line connecting this city to, let's say, St. Thomasburg, with really good passenger traffic that can connect passengers from this station to the central station there, and then we can have universities, who knows, potentially schools, or we already have a religious place there. So these kind of buildings. So what's the plan? I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys give me some suggestions for that. Now, the problem with Galask, we probably can upgrade it, but there's only so much Galask can do with the current infrastructure, and I think it might be better to focus Galask on what it can handle the best, and that would be meat production, where we're gonna have all meat and grain production. So we have all these grains over here. We can centrally store it in our silos and then transport it from here to a new food facility and slowly phase out these food production facilities here. The other option would be to increase the capacity of Galask over here. Sorry, the railroad capacity over here, so additional parking spaces for trains, because this, and of course we need to extend the whole railroad here to the main line, because this will not serve more than, I think we already have 3 or 4 trains, and that's already a lot. Right, so the problem is that we need to resolve some of the issues, and just to address some other, well, I will address some other really interesting ideas, but first I wanted to say that we are growing from 400-500 people in the beginning to 50,000 people, and unfortunately we can't build straight away steel mills and the industries for the population of 50,000 people. No, we can't. We can only build it, we can grow as we are growing, because having these big industries, especially when we don't have enough resources, that's going to have a huge impact on our production. And in the beginning of every series, you need to focus on your exports in order to get that sweet rubles into your country. Right. Okay, I think I addressed these issues. For a second, I'm just gonna Alt-Tab from here and see if we can. There's a lot of good discussion happening in the comment section. I will just go and address couple of issues that we are experiencing at night. Now I'm gonna say a couple of criticism on the game side, on the game development side. Whoa. Where are the messages now? Oh, all the way on the top. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Okay, so coffee time. Right. So, I'm gonna address the issues of electricity. Okay. So, troubleshooting any problem is finding where the problem starts. Now, the best way to do it, it doesn't matter if you want to work your way backwards or from the beginning. You need to find you need to find where the stuff works, where the stuff functions. So in order to move down the chain and find where the issue is, you can start at the end of the chain and finding where it's fault, but you need to find where everything functions first in order to start from somewhere. Okay. So we can see some of the places dancing with their power on the power grid, and here we go. We just caught it with 0 power. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna see some of these substations close to these buildings will have 0 power, and you can see here that they do have 0 power. They're swinging up and down, and this is a problem. A lot of megawatts are missing from here. Okay, so let's find where these megawatts actually are stable. So this is the substation. Voltage and megawatts. So we have a substation here for Nicesburg. This is main power supply for Nicesburg. Main one, absolutely alpha and omega. And it's stable. It's giving me really low wattage for some reason. Voltage is stable. It's 88, it's not 110, but it's stable. It's not swinging around. While the electricity in other parts of the city, they are swinging up and down. So why is it so? I don't know. This is the problem. I thought in the last episode that it's cascading problem when you have one of the substations that has more than 100% consumption, that this substation is gonna fail. It's gonna fail every time, and when it fails to a 0. What this does, it's similar to this substation not even existing, which in real life it shouldn't happen because you would just have less volts supplying this substation. Maybe it works like this, maybe something else is a problem, but this is just my assumption based on that we have all the electricity that we need in the transformers. So we have this transformer over here functioning fine. We have this transformer over here, looks like it's functioning fine on the 88 kilovolts, right? And everything down the line from there is experiencing issues. Every single one of those substations, so as far as I understand it, everything works up until here. Okay, if there's anywhere down the line issue with this, yes, we need to find it, but this doesn't point anywhere. This doesn't point where the issue could be. For me, this points that there's no issue over here and that there is issue in the city. So between this one and city is where the problem should be. So if you guys have any ideas what could be causing this, I'm more than happy to listen. But I think it could be coverage of the substations. One thing, the second thing is underground power cables. Now we can go and find the cities that actually function and see what their coverage is. So for example, Murmansk over here functions. You can see that Murmansk has a stable power supply. It's going up and down, but this is wattage. This is how much power is being consumed. Voltage is stable, 220, 230 volts. So this is working fine. Substations here, working fine. The good thing about Murmansk is I believe that none of the substations have a maximum drain of more than 100%. We have this one not being finished. We definitely need to finish this one. I will go for groundwork Murmansk and construction Murmansk just because I need this finished as soon as possible. And yes, okay. And then we have here. Then we have here, where are these substations? Let me check this. We have this one here, that's 48%. And we have these two, right? This would be 61% and this would be 107%. Okay, there's a discrepancy here. So technically this one should be failing, but it's not. Interesting. I have no idea. I thought if I put more substations and connect them to a separate power source that it would be resolved, but it makes no sense. It makes no sense that Nicesburg, who doesn't have any of the substations over 100%, is experiencing these issues. Okay, we can try to find the issue in Nisisberg as well. So let's go with the power supplies. Let's go with these. You can see how it's failing. You can see how the some of the buildings are failing. Let's put this to 3 kilometers just so we can see everything. The power supply to buildings, it's failing. It should be around 220 volts, but it's not. All the cables around the city also coming into here. We can check. There's... What is this? Why does it say here? Ah, this is volts, right? Okay, 88 kilovolts. Okay, I have very little experience and knowledge about the high voltage. I don't remember that even from the high school times. But I have little knowledge about voltage there, so I think we're gonna stick to what for the high voltage power lines. They are green. I didn't even know that it was 88 kilovolts. The voltage on the high voltage power lines. We can go for power drain to see how much power is getting somewhere. We have a little bit orange-ish or yellowish power cables here. Same here, but it's not even close to yellow or red. There's a lot of power going through these cables, so I would assume there's a lot of power going into the Nisisberg and Babushkino area because they don't have any power production. All the power going in this direction is going only in this direction. There's no power supplies on the other side until we build this nuclear power plant that we're building. Right. Okay, anything else we can say about this? I don't know. I still don't know that that this is an issue, and also me troubleshooting power issues over here in Murmansk should have bore fruit, but it's not. So let me see if this is connected to anything. All right, we have this one, and it's also not finished. I need to finish these substations. So I'm gonna go for groundwork and construction to finish this as soon as possible, so we can have electricity in the whole Murmansk area. Okay, so Murmansk area is fine, except those little power drains that we didn't connect to power. This would be just the hiking trails. The second thing would be this residential building over here, but it has issues because we didn't build the substation. I believe cables should be constructed. They are constructed. The next thing we're gonna check is why am I checking these? Well, I thought maybe it's connected to underground power cables because of the capacity of underground power cables and discrepancy between the maximum requirement or maximum potential. Wow, really? And they don't have any issues? Okay, stop. Okay, I'm scratching my head now. What the hell is this? We have huge drain of power in Koptigrad and it's not experiencing any issues. Look at this. 164% is connected to this substation. I know that not every consumption is connected at all the times to this substation, but it's a lot. This is a lot of substations connected to, well, a lot of consumers connected to one substation. Look at this, 104%, and there's no power issues here. Okay, I think I might have, I might need to check maybe. Would this be an issue? Because it's, okay, I just wanted to say it's not going to a red. Was that wrong? Okay, I understand. I might understand. Yes, as far as I understand now, we have most of our power being produced there in Whaletier by the oil power plant, and we have coal power plant in the Galask area. The second area where we have a lot of power production is actually in Koptigrad, or the Quarrylands power plant, and this power cable is taking a lot of electricity. Now, what can be a problem for this? You can see that a lot of electricity is being transported over here. That's fine. Okay, here we go. I paused it at red. That's a problem. Yeah, okay, so I just sounded like a dumbass for the first time ever. Absolutely never happened before. Yes, looks like there's not enough electricity coming to the capital city areas, because there's only one cable connecting these two areas. The biggest consumer of in the country, that would be the steel mill and the Babushkino and Nisisberg areas, where they have coal production, processing, potentially even iron. Yes, even iron mining. Everything there is connected through this one cable, looks like they have requirement for more electricity than we are able to transport through here. So this means that this power cable, for some reason they're showing only 10 megawatt power going through these switches, even though these cables are red. But when the cables are red, that means that they're at the maximum, and this one has a maximum capacity of 18 megawatts. So if I release it, now it goes up to 11. But I think we found the problem. I think the problem could be in these cables here. So the problem is that we are not supplying enough electricity to our power system. Okay, how can we change this? I'm gonna go for removing this. So we need more power cables going parallel to this. Of course, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna build parallel cables. We're not that retarded. We're gonna build just a bypass. We're gonna build a bypass potentially from somewhere around here. And again, we come to this area where we are already building bypass. So what we can do here is, as soon as these bypasses are done, we can connect additional bypass, but we need this sooner rather than later. Okay, what can we do? We can do a quick thing. We can do a quick demeaning thing. It would be quite embarrassing for us if we want to do something like this. And I'm just gonna mention it. Why is there no fuel here? Okay, without power supply. Why is this one without power supply? Really? I thought we would have a substation covering this. Interesting. Let me just set this up with buses. This one is to be... sure. Whoa. Really? Ah, they're still doing the voodoo with stopping in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. Interesting. Right, what I'm gonna do now is check why this one doesn't have power supply. It does. Okay, so what's with the power here? A lot of consumption, so they have power supply, they're just missing fuel. Okay, we need to supply fuel here. So how do we supply fuel? Do we have... no, this is still not done. We need fuel. This is where this gas station that we removed would come in really handy. Unfortunately, it's not. What I'm gonna do now is supply this fuel station with fuel. Is the road done there? No. Road to fuel distribution is not done. Okay, so do you have this fuel station on your list? I see a couple of fuel trucks, but I don't see this building being... Well, now it's green. It was usually yellow. Okay, so we need fuel here, but this is bitumen probably. Yes, indeed, it's bitumen. Okay, so let's resolve this. So we have these trucks. These are some... Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what you guys suggested as well that we should do in the comment section, that we should retire, since we have train delivering cement, that we should retire some of these trucks. And guess which trucks actually ran out of fuel? 1 and a 2, and where's the... third one? I need to find the third one. We have a couple of trucks without fuel, but that's obviously because fuel infrastructure sucks. I made a couple of mistakes. Just the 1 or 2, not more than that. Okay, so we're gonna move these trucks. Hopefully we're gonna have trucks with fuel coming here fast. We need to finish this. This is nuclear pad. It has all the people that we need. Let's get this show on the road. What's happening over here? 2 trucks without fuel. Fuel is on the way, so we're gonna resolve this. Okay, I'm gonna pause this because we're gonna address a couple of other issues. And yeah, okay, so when I build stuff, I have in my head straight away, I know I can't be taught how things work and what I need to assign wherever I need to assign it. So when I'll build power cables, I'm straight away, yes, they don't need groundworks because... well, medium voltage don't. High voltage do, and I unintentionally know that the high voltage do need groundwork. I totally forgot to assign groundwork station to these cables over here. which I'm gonna do now. So Murmansk is gonna be building these high voltage power cables, and you can see that there's no groundwork being done here. I'm gonna assume that I did the same stupid thing over here as well, and indeed I did. So let's go and assign additional groundwork over here. Perfect. So this one needs to be done, and from this side looks like everything is rolling smoothly. Of course we need to finish it. I will go for nuclear path, and that's it. I think all of this should be resolved now, should be done at one point or the other, but at one point. Right, anything else? Give me 1 second. Pollution of the power plants, I won't be talking about this because this was kind of obvious. Right, power issues regarding day and night. In the real world, how the power system works. I bet most of your countries where you come from, even Eastern Europe, Western Europe, rest of the world, a lot of you are aware that electricity is cheaper at night. Why is that? Because nobody, much less it's consumed at night. Well, why is this a problem? Because some power plants like to work at the same rhythm, pace all the time, especially nuclear power plants. I think geothermal as well, but it doesn't matter. Some of the power plants can be, you know, the production can be increased and can be decreased, like let's say hydro dams and these kind of power plants, or wind, you can just stop producing it, you know, don't allow it to spin and this kind of stuff, while the nuclears, they really like to work at the same pace. So how to make people spend more electricity at night than at the day is by making electricity cheaper at night, because most of the factories don't work. Why? Because most of the people are asleep. So, you know, when I grew up, washing machines, water heaters, and this kind of stuff usually ran at night just because it was cheaper electricity. And this is the norm in the real world. Almost everywhere you have less electricity consumption during night than you do at the day. Unfortunately, in this game works the opposite way. In this game, it works the opposite way because your people don't go to sleep. They actually do their voodoo that they do so well, 24 hours a day. They do rest, they do, but they also work all 3 shifts at the same pace as they do day shifts. So all your factories, they have day and night shifts, so your power consumption in your factories is constant. Everywhere is constant. Trains run all the time, it's more or less constant. Well, what happens when you have day and night cycle is that your night cycle actually increases consumption of electricity at night. That would be light. I don't know if there's heating. I don't know if the buildings are consuming more electricity during the night than during the day because of the, you know, lights and electronics and all that stuff working. I don't know. But it definitely streetlights work at night and they consume more electricity. This is one of the other issues with electricity and difference between real world and this game, is that at night stuff happens. While we're paused here, I will put I will break the whiskey bottle. No, Slivovica bottle. In this game, we break Slivovica bottle when we what's it called? When we what's the proper word when you put a sea into the ship into the sea? Can we go to NATO? Oh, we can export to NATO countries with... Okay, sure. I like that. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go to the NATO countries first. Off you go. Let's export coal to the NATO. I have a feeling that he's gonna go and say, oh, no, cannot find way to NATO countries. But fine, that doesn't really matter. It's fine. Right, what's it called when you splash the ship in water? It's not submerging, but it's something. You continue. Actually, the construction of the ship doesn't happen only in the dry dock. It actually happens in the sea as well. As soon as the dry dock makes the ship floatable and nothing needs to be done on the outside, I think the rest of the construction is done from the dry dock, or maybe it's depending on from place to place. But anyway. I just wanted to cover... Did I want to cover something else? Well, we have these ships now on the way. I'm hoping that... Ooh, we're gonna definitely need... Oh, he's going. Pause. After here... No. After here, after Babushkino Harbor... Really? It's Babushkino Harbor? That's perfect. You will have to go to... Here. And then, where is the other waypoint? Okay, is that the only waypoint? No, it's not. I believe we should have some waypoints here. There we go. Here and here, and then after the border you need to go on the right hand side, and then here let's go to the right hand side. I probably should put new buoys here, and that's it. So now you're going to this harbor, but you will go from here. Go here. There we go. Because I want him to go around, but I told him to go to this buoy here, and I still have a feeling he's gonna go through the water breaker. Anyway, it's christening of the ship, and you break the champagne bottle. Here, of course, we do it with Slivovica, and it's called blah. I forgot. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we have our first ship coming here, exporting coal to the NATO countries. Fine, perfect. We have this functioning. We also have something I want to share with you guys. These, if you need your trains loaded faster or whatever, you need to populate all of these holes. That's what she said. But you have to put all these conveyor belts into these connections because your fastest, your coal transport is as fast as your slowest chain. Is it chain? Something like that. It's your fastest link. Sorry about that. So your chain, your conveyor system is as fast as your slowest link. So if you want this to work faster, connect it to all three connectors. But you also have to make 3 different conveyor belts. The best thing to do here is to have 3 different warehouses with coal, and then have them all at the same time fill in the ships, because I will demonstrate this hopefully in this episode. But filling these ships with coal is painful. It's painful. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna be hurt a lot. It's gonna be crying involved. It's gonna be a lot of pain everywhere. But fine. We wanted to export this. So what the hell is this? 18th of September. Why are these now half full? I have no idea what the hell this is. It's some kind of... it's a time of day. Probably it's a time of day. This thing here. Okay, that's actually quite... No, not even close to useful. Okay, continuing on. What do we have? Right, I think I wanted to cover one other thing. Right, supply fuel to new fire station in Whale Tier because helicopters need fuel. Yes. Sorry about that. This is definitely a bad idea, and it's not only there. I think I potentially... Where's the fuel distributor? Isn't this... Yeah, this is fuel distributor. That's fine. This one has a lot of fuel locations to deliver. Here we go. We're gonna supply fuel to this one. We need to supply fuel to this one as well, because I'm pretty sure we didn't do it. I'm pretty sure because oh, Mr. Stats, I will mention a couple of things here. I don't think you have real OCD. You're not one. Oh, look at the office task. Yes. I don't know if this was before there, but I never noticed it before. 16 out of 20. Perfect. It tells us how much space we actually have. Perfect. So, talking about OCD, I don't have OCD. I don't think I do. I like things to be neat and tidy. I do, but I don't have OCD. You should check my room. I'll post photos on the social media. Anyway, what I hate when you have the empty slots where actually truck belongs to, and it's not there. Okay, I want it there. I'll buy it there just to put it. If I wanted to build the fire station with 2 vehicles, I will build fire station that has 2 vehicles, not 4. If I build one with 4 vehicles, I want 4 vehicles in there. Period. This BS with helicopters landed there and taking the car space in there, I'm not buying that. This is the graphical issue, and I expect the developers to fix this, not me to have to handle my internal struggles by seeing only 2 vehicles in there where the 6 spaces are obviously visibly present. I understand totally. This is my problem. I'm working on it. Not even close. I like my problems. So I don't agree with that, and I will, as much as I can, force all the vehicles that we need into their places, because I'm a dictator in the end. I'm not. But anyway, so we freed up some space over here with the... I'm gonna demolish this, so we have a little bit more free space, which also opens a lot more free space for our residential area construction. Sorry, public transport system construction. So we just freed up a lot of space for, well, construction. We will focus on this probably later. I don't want to have half an episode do this. I will unpause just in hope that this ship will finally reach its destination, and I will address a couple of more issues. Right, you guys mentioned also that we should start exporting iron. I agree 100%. I have nothing bad or nothing contrary to that to say. Absolutely, you are 100% right. It's just that I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna be painful for me. And why is it gonna be painful? Because this is iron storage. This is where it needs to go. This is absolutely not connected to this. If I want to connect this with this, that's pain. That's like a lot of pain. That's gonna be a lot of pain. Why is that? Because we don't have one a train line. We have two train lines. We have highway lines, major arterial road, power cables, and the whole freaking industrial area in between those two things. And even looking from here, I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea how to connect. I know it's a challenge and I should do it. I understand, but I have no idea how to do so. Probably I would have to snake some train lines underneath here and then build overpass swinging to the left hand side and then SkyTrain like a system connecting it to here somehow. Right, and this is where the suggestions from Mr. Dennis come. Mr. Dennis had great suggestions where we are supposed to be building dedicated train lines. So we have place A, place B, build a train line in between. Don't use your major train lines and connections in order to transport this, all of this. So all of your resources. So we have this iron ore area in iron area, and we need to deliver iron here, and that's it. How are we gonna do it? I have no idea. Why is this ship going in the opposite direction? I don't think you know where you're going. Right. I gave him a wrong direction. Actually, that's a good thing because initially I gave him this one, so now he's out, and because he was going to this buoy here first. Okay, so we have this. Ooh, how are we gonna name the train? How are we gonna name the train? The boat. Interesting. Who was the one who was pushing? No. Who's gonna be the new ship that is gonna block our harbors? You know how the cities and what was it? It's not really cities. Yeah, ships actually have different ships have different names. You know, Enterprise and such. No, I won't. I will wait for your suggestion, guys. What do you think? What the suggestion will be? By the way, if you comment what the name of the ship would be, and you comment the name of the ship that I don't like, the ship is gonna bear your name. So just a heads up. You better make Oolykee happy. So. With the ship suggestion. And you guys watching, I don't know who you are. If you don't comment, it's still bad. And whoever doesn't give suggestion for a ship, it's gonna be named after him. All jokes aside, I am not a dictator, of course. We will decide. I am just idealist at the moment. So, okay. So, what are things we want to resolve? We have a couple of fuel issues here, and I'm pretty sure that some of these are blocking the traffic. Not even close. Okay, that's fine. We still need the fuel over here. Are we having any fuel trucks on the way? We should do. We have a lot of buses coming in here. They're working seamlessly. That's fine. I'm still not seeing any tanker trucks around here. And the highway is being used. It's really beautiful to see. I'm just a little bit saddened that the fuel trucks are not seen on the highway. Well, obviously we're gonna have to wait for it. How is nuclear power plant progressing? We need 100 tons of steel. We have already 110. Everything else is under 100 tons. Bricks. We're gonna need a lot of bricks. Power. We are building nuclear power with bricks. Steampunk style. Nuclear power is concrete. I know it's not. It's kind of like, you know, I think I was watching documentary recently about Hinkley Point C in United Kingdom. They're expanding, or I think it's expanding rather than building a new one. Hinkley, there's already nuclear power plant there, and that's like 700 billion something tons of concrete. It's a lot. I don't exactly know the numbers. I know that it's exaggeration, but thousands and thousands of tons of concrete. Let's go tons and tons of concrete. No, it's a lot, like 6 meters of concrete on like 10 football fields size, blah blah blah. It's enormous amounts of concrete for a nuclear power plant, and we're building it here with bricks and boards. This is the future. Well, it's a Swiss ingenuity, so brick power plant, nuclear power. Of course, it's a facade brick, and just to make it look nice. Several corrections on my part. Okay, what's happening? What's happening with the public transport system? We have the last segments of our rail line to finish, but this should not affect our tram system at all. So what I'm gonna do now is 165%. This is how we roll. 165% capacity of the capacity over here. So fine, you guys can go and build this. Damn it. Well, is it damn it? Maybe it's damn it. Okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna remove this grass because, first of all, I don't see all the... What did we say about these trams? I might be a little bit under stress or something, because I don't remember what you guys said about these tram lines. Are we supposed to use only circular road and have a... Whoa. This is interesting. How is it that the Whale Tier Hospital is sending helicopters across the bay? Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful to see, but I'm interested to see what their range is. How do we check this? Usually you would hover over the, not the range, but let's see, we're gonna quickly check the fire station. Just hover over the fire station anywhere and you can see the range that they're... Wow, the half of the oil field is covered now by these guys. Interesting, but the hospital range is not shown there. I can check one more time, maybe there's an issue. Ah, right, it's green. Okay, sure, it's green. Wow, okay, even the capital city has helicopter coverage with the hospitals. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, so new sections. General transportation. Okay, this is airplanes. This is helicopters as well. For citizens, facilities, parking. Let's see what else we have. We have roads. Nice. Maintenance. Perfect. Cute. I need to see how they interact with the mods. Oh, did I forget something? I think I did. No, I didn't. We have several, I had in my mind several rail traffic projects that I wanted to start, but we're not gonna do it at the moment because I'm still not indecisive how this is gonna go. So first one will be extension of the capacity for loading food here, but we're gonna need to expand. This is not good. What's low? Where's food? Why don't I see food here? Health? Yeah, food is there. 99%. That's fine, but what's with the happiness? Okay, right, I'm gonna address some of the issues with cultural engagement. That's a problem for some reason. I'm gonna talk about that later. So railroad project is one of them, is extension of the Galask infrastructure here to get more food, but as we mentioned, producing more food here might be counterproductive because we don't have population of Galask, which we probably should increase. Gala, OG, what do you think about this? What do you think about, what's your opinion on expanding population? For example, replacing some of these dense places over here with even a little bit more dense but residential buildings. Maybe potentially something higher rise than 4 or 5 floors. We don't have to. I don't have preferences. I enjoy the challenge, but There's no buts. We can even plan for a proper public transport system. For example, we can plan for a railroad or tram line built from here through the city center, going all the way to this industrial zone, and then go back through this industrial zone all the way back to Galask, and we would be able to transport people with trams. I would plan for this, but of course it's gonna be just a little bit disruptive. Probably one of the fields here will have to be removed. A lot of houses where we're gonna put the train lines, well, tram lines, whatever we decide to, and we can have only like this industrial zone here. Do we have anything over here? This industrial area that I'm thinking of phasing out or upgrading, one of those two things need to be done here. And then we have energy production. Again, we have a lot of these conveyor belts. Some of them are delivering coal. I believe, I mean, it's beautiful, these ancient stuff, and what we are sharing on the Discord as well. I'm pretty sure that you are all for leaving these in here, the whole infrastructure, the whole shebang. Not even one or two of them, but most of them here, which I tip my hat to you, sir, because I understand totally. So this would be one of the things that we're gonna leave all of this stuff, but if you don't want to, we can replace both of these heat and the power production with a small nuclear reactor, and then no smoke, nothing, just clean air and radiation, but the clean air. Right, let me know what you think about this segment. Murmansk, where are you? Here we go. Murmansk, ha! Nothing. We're gonna leave it as it is. I will try to address some of the cultural issue that we are still experiencing. There's this New Year's Square. Okay, New Year's Square for now, it's not working properly. I mean, it's working properly, but the capacity is low. They're not getting all the culture they are requiring. Sure. Let's see here. If we go to the overlays and then we go to buildings, then find the cinemas, we have we have a house of culture here, which nobody is using, and people next door are not happy with the culture. I have a feeling about this. I have an opinion about this. I have a feeling that these people don't want to be cultured. I believe that they all go to a single point. Okay, I give up. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's just a capacity issue. Maybe it is. Maybe we need to just increase capacity, because most of the times when I go and see these buildings, they just don't have enough people in them, and suddenly now they're queuing up in front of them. So maybe it's a capacity issue, maybe it's general capacity, maybe it's individual building capacity. I don't know, but I believe we should build more cultural institutions, in Murmansk being the perfect example, because more or less people are happy with everything. A little bit of sports, but come on, you have sports here, so it's because of something else you didn't have these sports. Spirituality, yeah, whatever. Culture, that's what we're talking about, and one pub tavern, that's odd case here and there, because they have pub, they can enjoy the pub. Right. Okay, something else? Nothing. I think we should just build one cultural building, potentially with a bigger capacity. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is, oh, wow. Residential area. Okay, no. Yeah, yes? What? How is this resident? Okay. Obviously it is. Culture. Here we go. Culture. Oh, I 100% agree with this. Gallery of art. Oh, baby. Oh, Museum of the Mr. Moore, your attention is needed. Okay. Where are the workshop buildings? Where are cinemas? Why didn't they change this from cinema? Come on, it's not the only cultural thing in the Soviet republics. We already have this cinema. This one is Republic Theater, is absolutely enormous. Library, small capacity. VD NH exhibition. I remember this one. I like this one. I think this is gonna be perfect for next to New York Square. It's close to the station, and it has multiple purposes. Perfect, I don't care, we are done with this. Oh, I need to find my way around or around here. Okay, so we're done with this. This is going to be constructed straight away. I decided. The council have spoken. Groundwork, Murmansk, off you go. We're gonna go for the footpaths. We're gonna go for gravel footpaths. Oh, pause. Oh, he's there. Perfect, pause. Let's just finish this one first. This way. This way. Come on. Oh, you bollocks. Sure. Okay. Cancel the road. Oh. How do you cancel all the roads? Oh. No more that? Oh, you. Oh, no, probably. Yeah, it was here. My bad. Let's be different. Let's be different. Let's do this. And then this. And then let's go this way. There we go. And then this way. Perfect. So let's build these footpaths. Where are you? Here we go. Footpaths. Construct them. Perfect. I will connect. You know what? Let's build this one straight away. Construct this one as well. Perfect. Just go. They have access to the building. They're going to build it. Now you're going to see. One of the last things we're going to do in this episode. Pay attention to this pane. Just let him wait until loaded. Ship. Oh, he just stopped here. Perfect. He doesn't have fuel. Perfect. Actually, I don't care. I will give them fuel from. What about Murmansk here? They have. Oh, they're full. Okay, doesn't matter. Fuel. Let's go and assign this one to this station. Perfect. You're gonna get fuel soon. Can you please be loading while we wait for fuel? What's with this? You have everything. Resources available. Babushkino conveyor. Yeah, you have resources. Come on. Can you start sending them? Oh, come on. He needs fuel to accept cargo. My ass. I mean, is this not something that needs to be fixed? Just putting it out there. I mean, while the fuel is being delivered, I mean, come on. That's fine. Let's see the other situation over here. We did pause a lot. There's still no fuel over here. We have capital fuel. Whoa. Who is this? Oh, we have fuel distribution here. Okay. So what's the problem here? Pause. No fuel. Pause. What's with the fuel here? Okay. Let's deal with this. Fuel. No fuel. Who's delivering fuel here? Oh, this is also nice. What the hell is this? Why can't I click on this? Okay, I need to click on... Wow, if I double click on this, it doesn't work. Sure. What's this? Oh, this is a line. Okay, sure. I need a train. Come on, man. Where are you? What the hell is this? Okay, what about capacities? Wait. Whale tier, oil, fuel loading. How are you going to whale tier? You're going in the wrong direction. Is he blocking somebody? Oh, he's definitely not going to whale tier. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. What's with whale tier? Pause. Bitumen. Fuel. We have fuel. Okay, so there's fuel here. Are you loading fuel? No. Why is it so? Can you please wait until loaded? Yeah, you definitely need fuel. Pause for a cause. Why is there no fuel loading in this train? Okay, let's check it. Source has fuel. Okay, the building is without power supply. Why is this building without power supply? Do you have power connections? Indeed you do. Oh, what? Since when? Did it burn down or something? Ah, bollocks. Okay, finish this building. I have... That would be ironic because we destroyed the fire station, but I didn't notice anything burning down. There's no materials here. So where did the electricity come from before? That's strange. I don't remember removing any electricity from here. Obviously, this is important. Let him stay there and load because I wouldn't notice this before. That's fine. We need a little bit of fuel. You obviously have a fuel issue. Right, and these guys are not blocking anybody whatsoever. Is you. Yeah, of course. Sure. So we need to resolve this. How do we resolve this? Fuel is not being delivered from there because there's no electricity in that fueling station. I don't remember how many messages we have. Oh, only 31 pages. Yay. Go away. Right. These guys are coming in and going out, but they do have fuel, so that's not a problem. The problem is we have fuel, but this station is not working. How do you get bitumen then? How did you get bitumen? Probably you're not. Did we have a power station that burned down or something? Do we see any... Yeah. Wow, why? Okay. Fine, we need to build this one. We have people coming. They should deliver all the stuff. I'm betting that there's a whole crap load of trucks here because there's nobody doing anything here. So fine. Okay, I'll tidy up this place. Let's tidy up this place. We have roads that need to be removed. We have new ones that need to be in place. And let's... Right. Whoa. How do I... Ah, here we go. So let's remove some of you. Let's remove some of you. Let's remove some of... Wow, okay. That was painless. Like this. This looks like sensible solution. So let's just build this gravel road here, and then I'm gonna connect it to the side roads, whatever needs to be done. I will remove some of this stuff. We're running out of time. We're gonna remove some of this stuff. The problem is that we're not gonna get fuel here. Well, soon. We need to deliver fuel here first. Unfortunately, we have this substation. I have no. I was hoping that I wasn't so dumb, but looks like I am. I think I'm surprising myself day by day. But anyway, in the next episode, we're gonna see the speed with which these ships are being filled. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Oh, wait. Oh, nice view. Control G. Let's pause this. Nice view first. So yeah, for enjoyment, everybody's enjoyment. Here we go. Tri-City area from the hilltop over here. Right. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, I have description of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.